Hi everybody! Today is the first makeup challenge that I'm doing for you guys, and it is going to be just basic looks that I'll be doing and just stuff that I've gotten from Ipsy, and I hope you guys love it. So this is a plain face. I haven't done anything with my face. I wanted to give you guys like a good prep on how to make your face clean, no oil, strip every impurity off of your face. Acne, blemishes, and everything, we'll worry about that later. So what I like to do is I get this alcohol-free toner with Neutrogena. There's alcohol toners, but I actually get the alcohol free because it doesn't strip my face. It doesn't burn whenever I put it on open acne blemishes or any cuts or anything on my face. I use it for my neck and I use it for my forehead, cheeks. I use it for everything. I also use it behind the ears too because it actually cleans up a lot of oil. So you just get a cotton ball like this and you pour the solution in the cotton ball and you go in an upwards motion to clean your face. It's mainly to minimize your pores and just get your face looking really clean. And like I said, you just go in an upward motion. Sometimes I like to do one half with a cotton ball and then I get another cotton ball and I get the solution on it and I do the other half of my face. I like to see how much oil is on my face comparing both sides. And the less amount of cotton, or the more amount of cotton balls that you use, the more you can pay attention to the different parts of your face and the oil. So it's kind of got a little bit on there, but it's not too much. I use this solution a lot actually, if you guys can't tell. So I'm going upward. And if it gets in your hair, it's okay. It's not going to do anything to it. I have little flyaways like everybody else, so I'm not special. So okay, almost done. Gotta get the neck because we use a lot of bronzing. Okay, so we're gonna let that dry for a little bit. Yeah, it's not a lot of oil. I know you can see better with the light. I try to get a light that centers in on my face so you can see the drastic changes as I apply makeup on. I try to show you guys that I don't like to cake my makeup on. I don't like to use more than what I have to. The more makeup that you use, the more oils you're putting on your face and the heavier your face is going to be, whether you guys understand or not. It's very important that you only use exactly the amount that you need, or else it'll make you look really orange in the face. You know, who wants that? So right after I do the toner, and my face is all clean and it's drying a little bit over here, but I need to get one of those little fans that James Charles has. So once I fan my face off and I get all this clean, I get this watermelon facial mist, and it's from Ulta. It's just an Ulta brand. It has watermelon extract and aloe. It refreshes and revives skin. So this is what it'll look like for you guys. And you just spray like a couple of sprays. You don't even need a lot. If it gets in your hair, it's okay, but I just don't like it in my hair. So we sprayed this and it comes on like really liquidy. It's not heavy at all. It smells amazing. It smells like those watermelon Starbursts, those sour ones. I'm not a candy addict, but I do like candy every now and then. So I use the POREfessional pore primer. It minimizes your pores instantly, as well as doing the toner. I also like to put this on too. And it has a little tint in it. It's a little tanner than normal solutions, but this is what it looks like. I got it from Ipsy actually. So I just put like a dime size on my finger, and you really don't need a lot. I just do that much, and I spread it evenly on my face. I get the neck too. And it rubs in instantly. It's literally amazing how it absorbs. How it absorbs in your pores. It's so good. I made sure I washed my hands before I did this too, because I definitely don't want anything getting on my face oil wise. It doesn't need to be on there when I stripped all the oils off. So I got the watermelon mist on. That's the hydrating moisturizer that I use. Anybody can use any kind of moisturizer. Sometimes I use Clinique little Hydra Surge moisturizers, those moisture surges. For people that have sensitive skin, do the daily moisturizing Aveeno lotion. It's non-scented and it's really good for your face. It's mainly for people with like psoriasis or eczema, so it really helps with dry skin. For people that have cracked noses, under your eyes or around your lips in the wintertime, climate changes usually affect your skin for most people. So the foundation that I'll be using is the Hourglass. I got this from Sephora. I think it's like $30 something. But by far this is the best foundation. I have a lot of other foundations that you guys will see me use, but this is my ultimate favorite. I used to use Clinique in middle school, but I don't use it anymore. So I spread it out. Make sure you highlight the center parts of your face. You gotta blend it in with your skin. And I don't use a lot at all. You know, that was just a swipe of material. I also have the Morphe blending brush. I dampen it a little bit. It's not too much, not too wet at all, just a little bit. And instead of, you know, swirling it around on your face, I like to, most people use the foundation brushes, which I have. The foundation brush will kind of look something like a flat brush, and it has, oh, that has makeup on it, but it has just like the flat little surface. It's really sturdy to where it can like blend in easily with your face. I typically like the blending brush or the blending sponge, because it really helps with trying to blend your makeup in. Okay. So as I'm putting it on, I'm spreading it around my face. And I focus on one half and then I go on the other half. I like to make sure that I do one thing at a time so I don't create any blotches. I cover it everywhere. So you're really just beating it into your face as you go. It doesn't hurt. It just helps. It gets into your pores easy, and with the primer, it'll stay. And it won't look dry at all. Okay, so like I said, Ipsy is a good way to get other products. That's where I get my stuff. I spend $10 a month and I get all the products. You can also get the Glam Bag Plus, and they can give you stuff as well. So once I get done doing that, I like to get I have a lot of makeup, guys. Bear with me. Trying to find it. It's literally right in front of my face. Okay. So, great job. So, what we do next is we do the Tarte Shape Tape. I did get a trial size from Ipsy, and once I figured that I loved it so much I wanted to purchase it, I went to Sephora and I got it. This is a light medium. As you guys can tell, I'm not that tan yet. I'm in the process of getting there. But this is just a light little shade. I like to put it in a triangle under your eyes, connecting downward. You don't need to use too much at all. It'll create creases. And you highlight the center of your face. Okay. And then you go up on the forehead, create like a little mini triangle, a little mini symbol. You look like an Indian for a second. And then you just get the blending brush or the blending sponge. I don't know why I keep calling this brush. And you just blend it in. You mainly try to keep it in the center of your face though, because it's going to help with highlighting and contouring once we get there. Get your cubic bevel. And really, you guys saw in the beginning where I had all those blemishes on my face, that Hourglass Foundation and this Shape Tape really help hide it. You know, there's a lot of things that people are ashamed of about their body sometimes. And, you know, makeup is a way to be able to cover it, but also unravel your natural beauty as well. You know, I try to make my natural beauty still stand out. You know, I know that I have pretty eyes, or I know that I have a pretty mouth, or pretty teeth, or a pretty smile, or whatever the case may be. And everybody has something that they really love about themselves. So, but that's up to you to find. You know, anybody can tell you that you're gorgeous, or your eyes are pretty, or they like your smile, or your outfit. But only you can really know when it's something that you love about yourself. So after I put the Shape Tape on, it takes all the dark circles out from under my eyes. It brightens up my lids. That way I have a clear lid to work with when I do my eyeshadow. It brightened up my nose. It made sure that I got all the little cakiness little areas, the dry areas. I made sure I got those really well. You can't tell at all that it's really makeup. It's really blended in. So the longer you take time to pat it down, the better it's going to blend in for you. So after I do the Shape Tape, I like to work on my eyebrows. Now, granted, I'm not the best one with eyebrows. I may not even be the best in makeup, but I know that people like different styles. So I like to do the eyebrows first. I come with no eyebrows, as you guys can tell. I don't even keep up with them sometimes because I kind of like that boyish brow. But what I do is I just take this Skone Brow Wand eye pencil that I have from Ipsy. I got it from Ipsy, another thing from Ipsy. And I just create a little... I like to go up so I can get underneath. I can get my line really well. I can create my little arch. And then I go down to get the around effect so I can create the shape. So it looks more well defined. I'll get better with eyebrows, as everybody has things that they can improve on, but I just like to play with them. It's not really my main focus. It's really my eyes. I really like my eyeshadow that I use. And what's cool about this pencil is it can correct all the mistakes that you want to make. If you just brush through them, they literally come right off. So almost done with my eyebrows. See, they're just normal basic eyebrows. As I get better with them, you guys will see some more results. But right after I do that, I get my Shape Tape back out, and I like to use like a cheap little brush that I got from Walmart, one that I can wash and it won't strip anything. People just use like normal brushes that they buy off of Morphe, but I like to use cheap brushes for little things. So I take like this little eyebrow brush and I dab it with some of the Shape Tape, okay, and I just put it underneath. And I put it up top. One dab in the Shape Tape usually covers it. If I need more, I'm very generous, or not as generous, but generous on the bottom part, but the top, try not to put too much because it'll bring too much highlight on the outer part of my face. So, I get some more on it. Same application as last. I'm gonna do it like that. Same thing. Okay, put this up. So what I do after I do that, I take my brush and I just blend that in without trying to make a big mess. It usually goes in pretty well, but you just like to go over it just to be safe. There's no streaks or anything. Okay. So, I just got done doing my brows. I defined them a little bit, made them a little bit more rounder and less dark on the bottom of them. So next I get let me get the right brush and I'll tell you guys what I have. So I have this contour brush I got from Ipsy, once again. Firma 103. I'm trying to see if you guys can read it. Firma 103. Takes me a second, guys. I'm learning. Everything is a learning process when you're doing your first video. So I dab it in the Wet n Wild contouring palette. I need to get another one, but I usually use the brown one. I don't really use the highlighter much. But if you're thinking about contouring, you think about contouring as writing a 3 on your face. And I'll explain to you why. One of my college friends told me this a long time ago. And it makes a lot of sense, and it's really easy for you guys to understand. So what I do is I darken the outer part of my shape of my face. Your face is right here, okay? Your eyes, your nose, and your mouth. You have an outer round around the shape of your face, right? So you think of it as a 3 on both sides. You start from the middle. You come in to your cheekbones, the upper part of your cheekbones, and then you come down and swoop to the under part of your chin right here. Then you do a backwards 3, where you come down, cheek, not too low, but right there. And then you go around and you meet the other end. You also like to contour in the middle of the nose, and I'll show you guys how to do that. But it doesn't have to be perfect how you guys want to contour. Don't use too much brown, because then you'll look too dark. You know, we spent all this time trying to highlight our face with the Shape Tape. We don't want to distract it with this Wet n Wild contour. This is mainly to apply to make your face look more natural, so you don't look like a porcelain doll. It makes you look more of like a natural person. So you like to blend it really well. It's blending in pretty nice. I like this brush a lot. It really gets to the point. I don't have to do too much applying, actually. I like to blow it off too to get the residue, the extra residue that we don't need. Connect it with the upper forehead that I did earlier. And connect it down here. And you don't have to start with a lot to begin with. Take your time on applying stuff. Because once you put too much, it's hard to take things off than it is to put them on. Because then you got to strip your face. Then you got to go back over your Shape Tape and your foundation. And you think that you messed up all in one and you're wasting a lot of time. But I like to make it as natural as I can. Okay, I like to worry about the outside first, and then I get to the cheekbones, so I can pay attention to where I'm putting it. So when you do your cheekbones, like, you think about that cheekbone that's lined out right there. Where that line is right there, that's where you're going to put your baking powder. Okay, and I blended that in pretty good. So we're going to do the next one. So, we don't need this brush anymore. Right now, we're going to get out a simple brush that I got from Target, once again, for the little things. I think this is the same set that I got with that other brush for the highlighting, or for the brows. So what I do is I dip it in that brown, and I'm creating a crease with my nose. As you see, it's getting darker because your nose has bones right here. You need to acknowledge the bones that you have on your face. Notice how your facial structure is built. Know how it's made. It's part of what makes you you. Makeup's more than just a phase. It's an art. It's something you cherish. Okay, so we have that. It's distinctively made. So we're going to dab a little bit of the highlighter, that white part right here. We're just going to highlight the inner part of your brows. Notice that drastic change where it's about to hit your nose. Admire that. It's the down slope to your natural face. Make that stick out really well. I like to use a lot of pore strips on my nose. I like to make it really pretty. Underline bottom of my lips. Okay, do a little bit underneath the eye. Just make sure. Okay, so next thing we're going to use is something that anybody can get from Walmart for like $7. There's like 3 different shades. You guys can use whatever you guys want to do. This is an Airspun Loose Face Powder. It comes with a lot of content. I've had this same thing for over a year and a half. It literally lasts that long, but you have to be careful with it because, as I said, it is powder. So you got to be careful. It can get everywhere. Don't ask me how I know. So I take the beauty sponge and I dab it in this for a little bit. I mainly just try to get it looking like that. Try to make it even. Mainly worried about getting that part. We're not worried about the whole sponge, just that application. So I like to start with under here first. So if you guys remember what I said about the cheeks, there's a line right underneath your cheekbone. That is where you're going to be putting the baking powder. You can apply more as you like. I connect it with the inner part of my lip, or the outer part of my lip, so where the lip liner can be more precise too. It actually really helps. Okay. Gotta make sure it's even. So I lined it up really well. Like I said, it can be light or dark. It's still going to do the same purpose. Okay, so then we're going to get it under the eyes really well too. Try not to take all of the contour away from your eyes. We're going to go on the inner part. I'm going to sweep it up, make that little cat wing. Connect it down to your nose. Making like a little triangle, like a little right triangle. This is the right angle coming down, and you make a triangle out of it. While still keeping that contour in place. And some people really think that because they don't get that right angle right, or because they don't get the baking down to how it should be, like the whole right angle concept and the 3 for the contouring, it does not have to be perfect. Like, my makeup is far from perfect. Everybody has things that they can work on. Nobody's perfect. So for people that think that they're not good enough, practice makes perfect, guys. You know? So once I do that, I'm officially done with the baking. Like that a little bit to my chin. It likes to brighten my chin up a little bit. If I need to add more contour, I will, but I like to use all of it off of my sponge. So you carefully put the lid back on without trying to get all the powder everywhere. And put that aside. So the next thing we're going to be working on is the eyeshadow. My favorite ever. I'll tell you guys why. My number one go-to. Above any palette I've ever used, I like natural looks. Sometimes I go out there, sometimes I don't. So my favorite thing ever to use is this Nude Beach from Ipsy. I'm sure a lot of people know exactly what I'm talking about. It is literally amazing. It is literally amazing. The way that It's this nude little mocha, little whatever that you use on the outer. I mean, I can't ask for more. It's literally perfect. It is perfect. So, the first thing that I do is you always apply a base shade. So I'll just get like a normal palette. This I got from, I actually got it for my birthday. I think one of my friends, sweet Emma, got me this. So thank you, Emma. So I just dab a little bit out of the Silky, which is that top coat. Brush off the excess. Now just put the white on just to soothe it over. Okay. So we have like a natural, just plain white looking face. I look like a ghost. My dad makes fun of me all the time. So we put that palette aside. We're gonna get our well, actually, let's go back to this palette. We're gonna go to the Fierce. We're gonna get this shade right here. This is gonna be the crease in your eye, the center. Don't need too much because it's just going right in there. Okay, so it's just creating that little dimension. Do the same thing for this one. And like I tell you, the longer you guys go back and forth and you guys get it in that crease in your eye line, the better it's going to blend and the more natural your eyeshadow is going to look. It won't come off easy. It won't get in that crease really easy. A lot of people think that this is not crucial to makeup, but it really is a really important part. For those that use it, then you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So we have that put in. Next, we're going to get the nude. Okay? We're going to dab this in. This is also a tapered blending brush that I got from Ipsy. It's by Elizabeth Mott, M-O-T-T, like the apple juice. Dab a little bit in it. Very light. It's so dark. All you need to do is put it on the inner part of your eye like that. You swirl it. It's going to naturally blend in with that crease on the outside. It's going to pop on the outer part of your eye. So we can put a little burst of color in the middle. I usually use this shade for literally every other colored shade that I put in the inner part of my eye. It's literally the best blending color I've ever used. So as you can see, it blends in really well. We're gonna do the other one. Light. You don't need too much. Okay, so we've created that little inside of your eye. It blends really nice on the outside. It's not going to be perfect, so I just like it to look a little natural, a little smoky. So let me put this back. Literally, if I ever lost it, it'd be awful. It would just be so awful. So today we're gonna use one of my favorite things ever. I never really cherished it as much as I have before, but I really like this e.l.f. palette. It literally has all of the neutrals that go in with my colors. So we literally could use any one of these. I even try to use this for my outer shade sometimes, but it is very dark. Some of these are just too dark, and I can't have too much darkness because my eyes are already brown. So I would love my eyes to be blue, but it's not how the world works. So, what I'm probably going to do today, for a simple look for you guys, we're going to get more in depth as we go. Because as I'm learning to do YouTube channels, I'm also learning to research different makeup tutorials for you guys so I can incorporate my own ideas and create a kind of design for all of you. So I get this brush that I got from Ipsy also. It's the Miss Glam Short Shader with an OR at the end. Shader. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to dab into, if we're looking at it, I might dab into this little color for a little bit, and then I'll also end with this on the inner corner of my eye. Just something really easy. So let's get this pink that I have. And one of my favorite things to do when I put on any eyeshadow is I like to take a setting spray and I spray the tip of this brush. So it comes on like a matte kind of color. This is also the Morphe setting spray. It smells amazing. Best setting spray I've ever had. I haven't tried Kylie's yet, so I can't tell you. But I will be purchasing it and showing you guys. So I usually just put it in the little corner right there. Try to get on my line a little bit too. I don't let it get too far up. I don't let it go over the crease. I let it just get in the little corner. Just in the little corner. Nothing too fancy, just something easy so it can go with other things. And it pops out so well when you put that setting spray on. Like, it literally looks metallic on my eye. Like I just put a boost of hydrating glow mist or something. I have no idea. So we're going to do that for the next eye also. Since the brush is already wet, probably won't use as much. Probably use just one. So let's go for the other one. So yeah, basically that's what we have. We have just a basic little line with some pink. You can't go wrong with pink. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it at all. I absolutely love it. So then I'm going to get that inner pink that I was talking about, this little shade right here. I don't really know what the color is called. It's just an e.l.f. palette. And you also don't need expensive eyeshadow palettes to be able to make this look work. You can literally use any kind of palette that you want. Color is color no matter what. Now the pigmentation, of course the pigmentation is going to differ. But for people that ball on budgets, I know that you guys would like to save money as you guys are trying to create a natural look and you guys are trying to find your own palette that you guys love so much. I have like 3 or 4 palettes that I absolutely love. I haven't bought a palette in over a year. Why? Because I'm so happy with the ones that I have now. And you also can get little singles. Ulta and Sephora do it all the time. So once I get done with all that, I'm going to get my baking powder removing brush and remove my beautiful skin underneath from all the powder. You just blend it in with the application as you put it on. So blend it outward as you were applying it. Okay. Go out here. Okay. So it naturally made your face lighter. Your contours stayed in the middle right there to where you have some, you can apply some blush up at the top and some highlighter on the side that we'll be doing. We're going to be doing just a natural look. We're going to input some we'll do some more cut creases and a lot of more thorough detail as we go, but just giving you guys a basic look for today so that way you guys can see what kind of talent that I have to bring to the table for the first video. The first video is always so important because of the impression you leave. So I hope that it wasn't too difficult for you guys to understand. I will put some comments about the products that I used. So if you guys ever want to comment or ask any questions, feel free to comment below or subscribe. So we're gonna go use the same tapered blending brush that I had, okay? And we're gonna take a very, very light gold right here. This light gold. And we're gonna just get a little bit and shade it under your eye. So what I did was I connected that nude a little bit under my eye, so that way it'll look good with some mascara and we can get started on our lashes. So what I like to use for my lashes is the Ulta Beauty Lash Primer. It comes in black, white, but blue is my favorite. So that way you notice it when it applies. You don't need too much. This was from one of my good friends, Taylor Isbell. She really helped me with trying to find something for my lashes because my lashes don't grow too long like my hair. So I like to do just a little bit to kind of make a base. Just to make them blue. If you have big lower lashes, you could do it on this, but I don't like to use it on my lower lashes. One of my favorite mascaras that I love using is the Too Faced Better Than Sex, but I was thinking today we could just do the Tarte Maneater. I've grown to be a very big fan of Tarte. The Shape Tape itself is already a winner. I have another primer also that I use. So, usually I don't need to apply too much because it'll look cakey. But I try to pay attention to my lashes because of how little they are, how well I pay attention to them. Okay, so just did that. So the next thing we're going to do is the lower lashes. I don't know if anyone ever notices, but do you ever notice when you put on lower eyelash or eyeshadow or mascara, you make that to be honest, I don't think your eyes move at all when you drop your jaw. But that's just me. Okay, so finish with the eye. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do some, I got this from Sally, Femme Couture Mineral Effects Baked Bronzer, everybody. I don't even know if Femme Couture is even a good brand. I really like Sally's. If you guys can't tell by my hair and my skin how I take care of it. So I basically just put it on my forehead, put it on my nose a little bit, get it on my cheekbones, get it on my lower, get the cubic bone real good. We'll do some highlight in a second, but this is one of my favorite things because it literally glows my face. If you guys ever notice on my Snapchats and on my stories how my face is so glowy and so vibrant, it is literally this bronzer from Sally's. Yeah, that's what I said. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the blush. And I have a brush for everything that I use. So I like to be very careful with the different things that I like to use. So, we're going to use since we're going for like a little cheeky kind of pink looking today, we're going to go with like this cheek blush from Doucce. So I think that's how you spell it, or say it. It's a little light pinky. It's a little dark light pinky. Kind of like a pale pink, in my opinion. So, what I just did was I smiled, like I did like a little corner smile. I didn't even do a big one. And I just put it on my lips. My little smile lips, because my smile is so beautiful. Next, we have highlight. Highlight, everybody has highlight. I have so much highlight that I could share with you guys on how much highlight that I have. Because I fully emphasize your skin being glowy. Because your skin is not supposed to look dull. People don't realize that. So what I like to use today is the Hikari. And I put it on my nose. Oh, jeez. That's amazing. Put it on my cubic bow. And it literally makes a difference as you put it on. I also like to add it right here on my eyes. Just to add that little highlight. Some people like to use a brush, but I think either one works just fine. Well, here you have it, guys. Once I get done, I'm going to put this setting spray. You can leave your eyes open if you like. It doesn't even get in your eyes. It's literally a mist that comes out. It comes out like a hose with a mist, but it's like the lightest mist and the scentiest mist you'll ever have. The last thing that I like to do is I like to do some lips. Some lips. I will have different routines every time for when I do makeup. The reason why I do different routines is because I have my skin perfected to what I can use and what I cannot use. Every routine to prep your face is very important, but also when it comes to moisturizing, there's so many different kinds of moisturizers that I can use on my skin that are actually acceptable, and there's some that I cannot use that I have figured out. That's what Ipsy also helps you with. I'm promoting Ipsy a lot, so if you guys see this, hit me with a follow. But I definitely suggest that you guys try different makeup products. Try stuff that works for you. There's so many different ingredients, or so many different recipes for different makeups. Whatever you guys prefer, because not one brand is going to be the best brand out of all brands. There's always going to be a competitor, somebody that's as good or maybe better. So what I'm going to do today, I'm not going to do a matte lip. I'm really big of a glossy kind of girl because I think I have bigger lips in my opinion. So I'll put a little gloss on. And this is the MAC lip gloss in, what shade is this? It doesn't even tell me the shade. It's so weird. It doesn't tell me the shade, but it's literally a shine gloss. It literally stays on for a good minute too. I kind of like MAC. So, okay. So I think I am ready to go, but I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys learned a lot from it. Yeah, I chatter, yeah, I talk. People that know me know that I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and I hope to learn things along the way to show you guys, and you guys teach me new things. Feedback is so important. Any comments that you guys have, please drop down and drop those comments for me. If you guys really like my video, please subscribe. I love each and every single one of you guys along this journey. I'm so thankful and so glad that all the people that wanted to work with me came through and we made this whole thing possible. As I'll be coming through, I'll be creating a portfolio. I'll be setting up some shoots, and I'll be releasing some photos for you guys. I hope to get the whole portfolio out so that way you guys can go through the whole album. That'll be done hopefully by the end of the summer. So I hope to see you guys soon. Again, thank you. If you guys want to subscribe or comment, please do.